Hello and welcome back to Evolve Quest. My name is Katrin, and in this video I'm going to talk about the mindset that you need to help you hit the targets for this year and finish this year on a high. But before I go into the detail, do go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification button, as I always share videos here about creating fulfilling career and life. So the reason I wanted to talk about this video is a lot of people in my coaching practice are talking about the end of the year, how close it is, how much work they've put into making sure they get the best results, they get the paycheck that they're looking for, they're getting the promotion they need, they're having the impact on their businesses that they've set out to achieve. And hence there is a lot of stress and anxiety that comes with it, because it's just kind of the last stretch of the road. So I wanted to share with you the mindset that helps to switch from feeling anxious and stressed about this, because this could also affect the state and the actions that people take, and also the outcomes that they get. And this also anxiety and stress is something that can keep people awake at night or do things that they regret later. So how do you tap into more of the inner calm and confidence as the year is coming to a close? So I wanted to talk a little bit about this anxiety and stress and where this comes from. And as I go through the steps, I encourage you to actually ask yourself the questions that I'm asking here in this video, and go through the steps and see what comes up for you at the end. So it's a mini coaching practice session, if you like, and you can come away from this with a specific action. So the first thing to know is to be watchful. When you feel stress and anxiety, what is going on through your mind? Because I bet you it's going to be thoughts of the worst case scenario that's possible, which is, the thoughts are causing these emotions in you. And the thing is that it is helpful to imagine the worst case scenario, or the kind of scenario that you do not want. The only issue with this is that it is affecting your state and you're not showing up at your best. And the other issue with this is that it's a fiction. Just as much as a best case scenario is also a fiction, or all the possible scenarios in between, all the different shades of color between the black and the white, the worst case and the best case. So one thing to realize is that our mind is wired to imagine the worst case scenario a lot of the time. This is what helped us to evolve and survive through centuries. And to appreciate that this is good to have, and this is what probably really got you through a lot of difficulties and hardships and challenges and got you to where you are today. But if it is affecting your state in a way that you're not able to relax or sleep well or perform your duties at your best, it is helpful to also balance this out with imagining a scenario that is just as fictional of the best case outcome, or an outcome that is more desirable for you. So right now, think about what would be the best case outcome for you to achieve for the end of the year. I'll give you a second while I check my notes. You could even write this down. What is possible for you in terms of the best case outcome? And can you imagine yourself now at the end of the year experiencing that best case outcome? You got the paycheck you wanted, you got the promotion you needed, you got the resources you need for continuing doing what you're doing and having the impact that you have on your company and the sector. Can you imagine yourself, transport yourself into the future and imagine that this has become true for you? We are just playing with this idea here. We know everything is possible. We're just focusing on this desirable scenario right now. Got yourself there? And now look back to the couple of months leading up to this time and think about what were the qualities that led you, what were the personal qualities that helped you to achieve that desirable outcome? So what comes up often are personal qualities are things like courage, confidence, trust, being strategic. The list goes on. So think about the 3 qualities that help to get you there. Write them down. And the next question is, when you are when you're embodying those qualities, for example, of courage and confidence and trust, what would be the action that you would take this week that will set you en route to your desired outcome? When you're being confident and courageous and trusting, or whichever 3 ones you wrote down, what would you do this week? So that's exciting. Now you are taking action with the idea of the desirable and best case scenario outcome in mind. And guess what are your chances of making that desirable outcome possible? Well, at the very minimal, they are more likely to happen when you start with your end goal in mind. So I'd love for you to drop below, like, what is the action that you're going to take this week? Stick it in your calendar, make a commitment to taking this action, and also write in the comments what was helpful for you. What are your takeaways from this video? If you'd like to sign up for an introductory session with me to try out executive coaching, you can email me at katrin@evolvequest.coach to check my availability. And I'll see you next week. Good luck with your taking the action that you want and creating the outcomes that you want for the end of this year and finishing this year on a high. I'll see you next week.